What a brilliant, beautiful man. So much celebration going on about these last games we just had. I know everyone watching from across the board, thank you all so much for tuning on in. Exciting stuff, to say the least, Zeke.
I believe we actually have something on standby. Hold on, I'm getting this in my ear.
Wow. Thank you, Ben, for that. That was our own Dr. Lupo album coming soon, where he's just going to make sounds to make the Fortnite emotes. That was the default dance in celebration of Revy and Panda's victories from last game. I'm now dead on the inside.
Well, that's okay, man. We have way more Fortnite action to try and bring you back to life with right now. 40 players, 21 duos here. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We hope you've had an awesome day. Thanks for checking out the stream. These are the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers.
You want to see the ultimate way to enter someone's building? I thought Solar was going to do it. I got really excited.
Oh, you mean with the heavy snipe? Just walk up to the wall? Dude, that's my favorite play. I can't do it. I've tried so many times. I always fumble. Listen, also, I changed my keybinds recently.
Really?
I've been practicing a lot of Fortnite, all right, with my little brother. We've been playing games. 2 Air Royale Victory Royales already, by the by. No big deal.
Wow.
And a few Victory Royales in squads and duos. But, coming back to the game, more importantly, we see Sister Soul XR here. And how would you even say that? Hacking YouTube. It got the loadout. They just did exactly the thing you were going to call out, with using that heavy snipe, blow through that wall, potential edit replace, but nothing connected there. It's fine. He was just denying that player.
Brilliant edit. It's insane to just see and appreciate how fast these players can not only edit, but then get their shot downrange on target. 9 times out of 10, it's a headshot.
That
so
is
much
not the
talent
case with me.
in these late game scenarios. Exactly, that's why we're casting. But Cease and Elevate, 2 members of 100 Thieves. If you remember, Cease qualified last week in the solos. Now playing together here in duos. They're actually, I believe, playing from the same house, as they've now got. That shows the investment some of these organizations are making into competitive Fortnite for the World Cup, right? It's a huge opportunity for not only the players, but the organizations and everyone involved. They've got them a full house to have the best opportunity in these online events, compare scrimmages and gameplays together, and strategize to make sure they can try to qualify. You'd love to see it.
I mean, it's working out so far, right? You saw, just like you said, Cease already is qualified, so hopefully him working with Elevate, maybe they'll make it on to tomorrow's finals, and then who knows, we could see them qualify as a duo. And then they could just try to bring the heat there in the World Cup finals in New York City. But still, so many players. This is still such a dense lobby, Courage. I mean, 33 players, 19 duos still remaining, and these guys have their backs to the storm right now.
I think both of those players just try to edit the same wall, and it caused Cozy to panic right there for a moment. Threats goes down to the shotgun. Simple now eliminated. It's all up to Cozy to try to stay alive in this game. Missing some of the quick edits there. Launchpad goes down, 15 HP. And he's made it back into the zone. Only one mini, though.
Yeah, he needs to find something. The mini's going to help a little bit, right? But if he can just crack a player for a nice 200 to their face.
Easier said than done, I think.
No kidding. Again, guys, these guys are in Champions League. These guys are very high on that skill gap. We saw someone try to zip line out.
Zipline incinerates all the builds around. Has multiple people falling right there.
Messin was like, listen, I don't want to mess around, but I'm not going to use this RPG. I'm going to use this zip line and terrorize everyone.
I did see in the elimination feed, Cozy has gone down to the storm. Messing around, just staying alive for the moment.
Cease, look, Cease gets dropped there.
Yep. And you've got to think is at the end of that 100 Thieves duo. Does appear so.
I believe so, yeah. Elevate is nowhere.
Oh gosh, look at how far the players are in the zone, though. And again, we're back on the edge of the volcano. Another zone ending at this new area that was introduced at the start of Season 8. It's all about keeping yourself above this height. You see, look, Till is 90ing up, and it's so smart. 90 straight up, and then immediately turns and focuses down. Tidab, messing around, all have to worry about matching the elevation of this mountain. Meanwhile, Till's just chilling up top.
And I mean, he just has to keep doing this, right? Continue building up. Now, messing around does have that RPG. Keep in mind, he can fracture a bunch of these builds, but Till's not going to give him the opportunity. Swoop down, send shots their way.
I literally was about to say I'm not the biggest fan of what Till just did. He tried to edit on down. Now he's lost the high ground. Tidab has a chance. They're going to go ahead and go back down the other side. Exactly. Hill dropped down, tunnel visioned on the players down low, gave up the high ground, and the weakest player of all, with no minis left or shield, did have placed the high ground, cones off the entire area, and secures the victory royale.
You know, and that really, it could have gone out of their way till, I agree, maybe got a little too invested in the players down below, decides to drop down. In that situation, just keep your high ground, right?
Yep.
You know where they're going to be. You know where the storm is going. Just let it play out. Be textbook about it. Unfortunately, gave away his positioning. But now we're going to switch gears. Next game, Jacobaki here, your elimination leader in this game. We're at 25 duos, 43 players remain. And we're at everyone's favorite spot.
Oh!
What is your go-to phrase? Your catchphrase? Yeah? No, that was it.
Yeah, yeet?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd yell it.
Oh, unfortunately, no. I just read their names. That wasn't even me trying to be funny. Those people's names were O and A.
Well, you know, at least someone on not too far away, Golden Boy, far away from us right now, is dying of laughter. But E11's Daxor and Grazka, two very potent duos here.
And you see on the top right of your screen, starting to go off, Zeke, exactly how many players, or how many teams, qualify from each region. So the top 3 duos qualify this week. Again, remember, the top 1,500 duos qualified for tomorrow, where of those 1,500 duos, the top 3 make it to New York.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to show up tomorrow. You obviously want to hit enough points to make sure you make it on through tomorrow. You don't want to give away too many of your strategies, right? You don't want to give away your landing spots or anything that you don't want anyone else around you knowing. Because I promise you, you keep landing in a place, and the word's going to get around.
Well, yeah, I played in a bunch of these now, these recent weeks with different skilled players, and qualified each time for the Sunday event, whether it was the test ones, the Lux, anything like that. My biggest takeaways that I had if you're someone competing is, first, don't limit yourself to 1 drop. And 2, make sure no matter where you plan to go, you have a backup option.
Yeah.
Everyone knows those games where you go, we're not low enough, or how did this team land so well? You know, I can't challenge that. Make sure you both are on the same page with where you're going to go. Or if it's not going to work out, make sure one of you doesn't land there and the other one lands far away. Teamwork makes the dream work, especially off the break of the game. And man, talk about another harsh rotation. We cannot even see the edge of the zone. Look what's going up. It's going up this side of this mountain again. Sorry to keep harping on it, but it's just been funny. We've had some rough rotations. Where's our middle of fatal field zone? Look at this. Everyone's having a launch pad from down low.
Yeah, we're going to see these players try to change elevation, get up there as quickly as possible, and 90 up to get to safety.
And now why I think this one's not going to be as bad as the others, Zeke, is because this is still early on the moving zones. So most players here will still have their rotation items left, whether it's the launch pad, the rift to goes. And they can just use them and realize, hey, we need to use them for this elevation. Sure, would they like to save them for maybe a little bit later on in this game? Maybe, but right now it's the lesser of 2 evils is to survive and not die to this storm. Players beginning to drop like flies, though. 24 players remaining, 16 duos in total. On over to Nef and liquidFiber, who are now at 5 elims combined.
They just got that first set of valuable placement points. This is huge for them. And here, we got to see where the next zone is going. Keep an eye on that bottom mini-map. Now we're going back north. So potentially over old builds, potentially more mountain ranges to have to try and fight over, 90 your way up. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough.
Smart play by Nef to go ahead, back on up, keep this high ground. Nothing they need to force. They've already got high ground. They're both alive with, a combined 350 HP, and you can laser from up top. There goes Rise Ronaldo. Name we've seen many times before in previous competitions. They're matching the layer of these builds. Beautiful crack with the pump shotgun right there, and time for the W key. Yeah, there goes Lesion. I think they do have to drop down a little bit though, because now they've gone down the elevation. Yeah.
I would have probably come down.
They are. Even just a couple levels. They don't have to waterfall too far. Yeah, that's it. Smart play. I could just tell it was looking a little bit too much of a fall right there.
Dios there going down.
And this is going back again. So
we're going back where we came from.
So we're going back where we came from again. So when you mention old builds still being in play, what you have to remember is now when they're getting lower and lower on materials remaining, it is so key to still have that cover from what you previously built to still use that. Look at this. Right on through those builds. Coalheart, Daxor, Loom, Gilly, Cubics. They can all be running through their old builds and be able to save materials.
We're gonna have to see what happens because Ncferux here is trying to contest with Fiber. It looks like they might have taken away that high ground. Keep in mind, guys, there's 7 players left, 5 duels, so another set of placement points. This player in the 1x1 down below is getting lasered, and Ncferux turns his attention, eliminates Coalheart. This is good. That's 1 less player to worry about, and that Siphon's gonna come on through. More shots, nothing to connect. I like that Fiber is kind of keeping his distance from Ncferux. They're just trying to split attention, right? Make sure there's 2 different angles coming through.
When you have a health advantage, when you have 200 HP and the other players don't, or you have the high ground, what is the one way you make sure you can't just have a coin flipped on you at any moment? That's staying out of shotgun range. The only things that can one-shot you at this point, basically, in the game is a 220 damage pump shot. These two want to make sure that that's not an option. That's why they keep the level. Like, look, Neff got a little bit too close right there off the bat. Now Xur challenging for the high ground. It's an all-out build battle. The launch pad used. Xur now up on the high ground. The other two look like they're probably going to wind up dying to this storm. No, Neff has made it on in. Love on the edge as well. Xur with the high ground, but Fiber with more HP.
This is really tough. It's a 2v2, and right now...
Oh, Fiber read that perfectly. Notice Xur was held up by one. Oh, my God! There's the shotgun shot. One-on-one. Lum and Fiber. Fiber chasing it, and there it is. Lum falls to his death, and you see Fiber cranks the 90s to end it. Brilliantly done. Right there with both players building on up because Fiber decided not to match the build of his opponent who went above him in that build battle. He saw the weakness in the structure when he got down low, saw it was held up by one ramp, hit the shotgun shot to follow. Brilliantly done by Fiber there, not panicking, making the right play.
Now there's even more action to be had. Mars here is your elimination leader in the next game as we move on. 50 players still. These dense lobbies, man. 29 duos remain. Now we're going to see what Lavish and his duo partner are up to as we hop in on their perspective. 3 eliminations between them. They've got that heavy snipe. They even have that legendary pump, which
so this is
really good.
I mentioned it a couple times. For players at home, when I talk about